Hello, YouTube land, fellow crypto fans. This is coinpicker.us, and no, this is not a picture of me, but it is a pretty good representation of what's going on in the crypto market today. Everybody's screaming and shouting and picking which buildings they're going to jump off of because the market has tanked. Fortunately, the four of you out there, whoever you are, well, there are actually a few more than four, who have been following my videos know that I said this was going to happen. And I called it last week. What I was doing was analyzing the chart pattern. And just to reintroduce who I am, I'm coinpicker.us. I created a site that looks like it is not showing like it normally does. 1 second here. Yeah, there you go. With an algorithm that reads Bittrex, but it may as well be any exchange because all the exchanges move more or less in tandem. There are differences, but they move more or less in tandem. And Bittrex has a fairly wide selection in the neighborhood of 300 of the top cryptocurrencies. And I track them with a custom algorithm that determines which coins are likely to rise, what the overall market is doing. And if you go to coinpicker.us and sign up, click on this, you'll get the drop-down screen. Sign up. You will get on my list where I share my predictions. Once I start sending it out, which will be on Wednesday, tomorrow, I share my predictions. I also present a list of the coins or projects that are predicted to rise most rapidly in the near term, and very helpful for anybody who wants to trade in and out, and also long-term investments. And it uses this system that I've coded, and works really well. So anyway, yeah. So we're all in shock as to what's going on with the crypto market. However, my last couple of videos, I've talked about it. I said Bitcoin trending down, Ethereum trending down, although still actually no longer is Ethereum in a positive buy cycle. It was before, not anymore. Here it is, yeah. So I mentioned it before. I said this is the time to get out of the market and go into, this is a hint of where I'm going, NEO. Get out of the market and go into the more secure, less speculative projects and pull some money off the table. In fact, I went so far as to say I'm pulling money off the table and I'm putting it into silver, some of it. I'm not leaving the crypto market at all. Let me show you what's going on here. So this is a 7-day chart, and it's just an absolute waterfall, precipitous drop. Now, I think we could probably get a bounce in the 500 billion area or somewhere in that area. I'm not saying, and I don't think it will bounce up back here. I think it's a tradable bounce, but I don't think it's going to bounce up there. Let's take a little bit of a longer look. And early on I said, okay, we haven't recaptured this territory. We've had lower lows, lower lows. We started to gain some ground, but we were unable to peak over this area. You can't really tell it very easily here. This chart doesn't do a great job, and I don't have. Actually, maybe I do have some metrics. Do I? No, I don't. I don't have any metrics there, any stochastics or any indicators I can put on this particular chart. I'm going to solve that. In one of these videos, I'm going to start presenting total market indicators, which will be really helpful. But I said in my videos, a couple of videos back, and I've been saying it for days, so you're not going to have a hard time finding it, that we're on a downward trend. What does that mean? You've got to move out of the more speculative projects. Give an example of a speculative project. Smart Cash. Let's take a look at the shellacking Smart Cash has taken. And it's not that I'm not a fan of Smart Cash. I really am not. But look at the drop of that versus a less speculative project like Walton. Walton has official business partnerships and is doing business. A fraction of the drop. A fraction. Still a big one, but a fraction of the drop and already recovering. How about NEO? NEO is becoming the new Ethereum. I've sold out of some more speculative ones and I've gone into NEO. NEO rose so quickly that it still could have more to drop, but still, in the scheme of things, it's not doing too badly at all. Now, Ethereum remains a fairly decent place to park cash. Bitcoin, not so much. But Ethereum had a massive run-up, so you're probably just losing some of your profits, not in a loss. But the market is trending towards the less vaporware speculative like Cardano, I think Cardano has taken a major dump because it's all speculation. It's just a white paper. That's all Cardano is at this point. Yeah. Oh, Cardano's down basically 60-ish%. Okay, because it's just a white paper at this point, and a lot of other projects fall into that category, but many projects don't fall into that category, and those are the ones that are going to not only sustain themselves the best in this downturn, but regain ground, the lost ground, the fastest. Let's see what's happened with things like Binance Coin, which is part of an ongoing business, a real business. Okay, it's taken a big hit, but yeah, it's taken a big hit, but it's not anywhere near down where it was there. Let's take KuCoin. These are ongoing businesses, potentially with dividends. Yeah, really not too bad at all, although it was up as high as 20. So yeah, I mean, they're all getting hurt, but in the scheme of things, the ongoing businesses, the more legitimate crypto projects are going to sustain themselves the best. The more speculative ones are the ones that are being brought back down to earth. This is exactly what I said before. So where does that leave us now? So now that I've defined, yes, I got that call correct. I publicized it multiple times, stuck to my guns. And this is when everybody else, all the crypto analysts were saying, hey, starting Monday, Wall Street bonuses will hit. This is what, by the way, if you go to my video just the other day or two, I said exactly this. Just a couple of days, like yesterday or the video before. I said, the fact that many, if not most of the people in the crypto space are saying, oh, when those Wall Street bonuses hit, all the people on Wall Street are going to dump those bonuses into the market, in the crypto space market, and we're going to see it just tear on higher. When I heard that, I immediately said, that kind of thinking is so weak and so fragile and a one-off event that indicates a significant drop is coming to me. And I said that yesterday on my video yesterday, if you look it up. So today's the 16th, you look up the 15th video, I said exactly that. And one of the reasons was I looked up what are the bonuses. The bonuses are $25 billion, give or take. Let's say it goes to $30 billion. Great. We're dealing in a market that was $800 billion. Now it's $540 billion, but nonetheless significant. The volume ranges from a low of 20 some odd billion up to maybe a high of 80 billion. But that 25 billion, if we got every dime of it, or 30 billion, if we got every dime of it, and we absolutely would not, would be a one-off event, not sustainable. So it was a horrible excuse. I have to get some water. Horrible excuse. And, you know, that's why everybody looks like this today, for the most part. The market is not dying. What we are experiencing is something I've also mentioned, that the governments are going to come after the markets. And that's happening in Asia. It's going to happen in the United States, and we have to be prepared for it, which is why I also said that decentralized exchanges are the way of the future. Because the central exchanges are going to eventually be forced to implement KYC and AML laws. So know your customer and anti-money laundering, which is another way of saying dictatorial, jackbooted thug government intrusion. That's what that is. We're engaged in a free market now. You buy and sell what you want to buy and sell with whom you want to buy and sell. Period. The government doesn't want that. The banks don't want that. They want to take their cut. They want to prevent us from doing what we want to do. We have to resist with the decentralized exchanges. While I am a supporter of KuCoin and Binance and Bittrex and all of them, I think they're doing a great job. They are not the way of the future in my book. I think Etherdel is very difficult to use, but Bancor and other ones that are decentralized exchanges, that's probably the way we're going to have to go in the future. But you know, at this point, we're stuck in the game that as the deck is laid out. So where we're going now, I can tell you right now, there's still downward momentum. I mentioned that. In fact, I just recorded a little video a minute ago that had some bad audio. There were like 6 or 7 of you who watched it. We have downward momentum that I can see is finding a bottom right now, but it's not found yet. Definitely downward momentum in the market. Okay, so that's where we're headed. We have farther down to go. That is my opinion. And so far, my opinion hasn't been too far off. Let's just say that. It's actually been accurate. Let's see what we're doing on a 7-day basis. Okay, we were not able to top. We are climbing, though. That's pretty positive. We are climbing. We weren't able to bounce that. We have one more shot at it, potentially. If we crest it, it's a strong trade. It's a strong trade. We have a large gap to fill. If we do not crest it, and right now I would say the probability is we will not crest it. Crest this area because we already had an attempt or two. If we do not crest, although we did crest that, yeah, you know what? Maybe we will crest that. There's a possibility. Now that I look at it a little bit more detail, I can't really zoom in much, can I? Let's see here. Let's go to what's going on today. Maybe that'll help me. Yeah, we may be finding a base. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like we're finding somewhat of a base. If we fail below, well, we already did. Yeah, this may be testing down here, the 536. It appears to me that we're finding somewhat of a base. That I'm going to stick with that for the moment. I will keep assessing the market, and unfortunately, I can't really draw the indicators that would give me a definitive look. If we look at what I consider one of the bellwether ones right now, which is Ethereum, we are still trending down. Ethereum says we're still trending down. Bitcoin is still trending down. The sellers are in control. Let's see what else. Let's take one that I think is one of the strongest altcoins that is not being used. Let's see what NEO is doing. Yeah, normally NEO to the US dollar is not a great one. NEO's actually still got a positive uptrend, interestingly enough. Although it is coming down, definitely, but it's still got a positive uptrend. Let's see what it's doing on a daily basis. Oh boy, okay. Yeah, NEO's strongly down on a daily basis, which doesn't surprise me because it's priced in Bitcoin, so it's carrying over that. But NEO's strongly down, so NEO is not even close to finding a bottom yet, which is what has turned out to be the case. I just bought into NEO, just to let everybody know. Bought into Walton, bought into NEO, bought into Pearl. All of those are red. I don't mind. I'm holding on for the bounce. We'll see where they go, but they're strong, in my opinion, very strong projects. So that's what's going on today. Expect more downside, in my opinion. We will find a base. I suspect the base will be in the 500 billion territory at some point. There will be a nice tradable bounce. My estimate on the tradable bounce, if I had to guess, would be there was a really strong platform at 700 billion. That would be beautiful. I would say the tradable bounce could be all the way up to the 640-ish range, 650 range. That's potential. But right now, we're still finding a bottom. And when the tradable bounce comes in, that's going to be a beautiful trading opportunity. The key thing is that I warned those of you who were watching my video days ago what was likely to happen, what the actions I was taking, and anybody who wanted to follow me, I provided all the details. Selling out of the speculative ones, going into the more secure ones, taking money off the top, going into silver. I continue to do that. When I see that we formed a bottom, and what I'll be doing to check that, and I'll be updating everybody, is I'll be checking the bellwethers, Ethereum, BTC, maybe I'll choose a speculative, like an altcoin, a very strong one, a NEO, and I'll see if we're finding a base. If we're finding a base, that's when I'll dive back in before it begins the up leg, and then we'll get our up leg. So that's what I'm doing. And as always, go ahead and sign up for coinpicker.us to get my reports every day, which will be starting tomorrow. Get my reports every day. And the top 10 list of coins that will be rebounding and rising fastest, as well as my long-term calls. Also, click and subscribe so that you can get updated, because most of the channels that I've found are saying, well, we just have no idea what's going to happen. That's because you're not analyzing it carefully, and you might not have been through hundreds of markets, basically. I mean, I've traded the internet market, I traded when it was booming and busting, I traded real estate, I traded gold and silver, I traded all kinds of commodities. And yes, the chart was clear about what was going to happen. I shared that with the YouTube audience. That's exactly what happened. Could I have been wrong? Yeah, maybe. but I wasn't. And I didn't think I was going to be. I took a stand. I said, this is what I think is going to happen, despite the fact that everybody was saying, Wall Street money's coming in, big money's coming in, it's going to really pump the value. Not excuse, not at all worthy of raising the overall market. We're still in a long-term trend. We're going to probably go lower. We're going to find a base, and there's going to be a tradable rise. We're probably going to be muddling along for a while and building back support. We may drop down to a substantially lower level. We could go as low as $200 billion and still be, which is a real shellacking from here, still be in a bull market. Just keep that in mind. So over and out. I will be there tomorrow, coinpicker.us. I will talk to you tomorrow.